Well, it's been a long day. I've been underneath this truck for about 8 hours a day, fabricated a transmission cross member, worked on the rear cross member, built me a safety loop in there, but all that grinding and welding underneath there and eating all those sparks all day, I've about had enough of that. So I've cleaned all that up, and now I'm getting all this laid out for tomorrow. So tomorrow's going to be a little more fun because this is going to go real nice, clean, and good look. Now I want to give a shout out to Skyscraper Tap Out. He's got this Black Widow exhaust company. Can't wait to see what these sound like. There's nothing in there to wear out, lasts forever. It's supposed to have no drone, good deep sound. So we'll really put it to test with this 600 horsepower big block. See what these things sound like. The rest of the exhaust I got from Summit, and it's just your standard 3-inch mandrel bit installation dual exhaust kit. And I'll kind of scab this together, and I'm gonna come straight out and then out the side of the steps, and probably cut the steps out just a little bit, do a little oval something maybe. We'll see. So let's get under here and start putting this under here, and I'll show you how this looks here in just a minute. Now underneath here, this is pretty nice and easy to work with. The exhaust, the Black Widow mufflers will turn either way, so I can have them going in the center or out the side or vice versa. So that makes it really, really nice. They have a 2-inch ID on the inlet and outlet, and my pipe is a 2-inch OD, so they slip right in there, so that'll be easy to weld. But where it comes out here on the ends down here, where it's going to do my go under my running board, I'm going to have to get back outside here on the truck and get my running board set exactly perfect where they're going to need to be forever. And I think both sides are sagged a little bit, so that's going to take a little bit of work. So I'm going to get back out from under here. I'm going to go back up there. I'm going to get my running boards up where they need to be, then come back and tack all this in place and get that working. But this ought to sound really, really nice. Out here on the outside, you can see how my running board is right here. Now I can't go ahead and finish up my exhaust until I get my running board just right, because it's going to come out right in here somewhere, and that's going to change the height of my exhaust. And when I do my exhaust, I'm going to start right at the front of my header, where my header is, and every bit of my exhaust, I'm going to bring it straight back, and I'm going to have just the most hint of fall in it, all the way back, all the way out this tailpipe, so the condensation will come out real easy, and the flow will just be better. It'll just go all the way right on out. Now, I'm going to start with this. I'm going to get this set as accurately as I can with the cab, but over the years it's settled down. You can see how much gap I've got here at my bed. So this is going to have to go back up to my bed, because my bed is sitting exactly where it needs. I've already indexed the bed. I had to level the body and level the frame, then level and mock up the bed, and now I'm to this right here. And I guess just over all the years of staying on it, it's kind of brought this down a little bit. So I'm going to get that back up. I'm going to make sure it's a 90 with this bed right here, because my fender is an exact 90 to the bed. So that'll tell me which way the side goes, and then this tells me where this has got to go. So I'm going to get this up in place, and I'm going to make it and fabricate everything I got to do to make this permanently in this spot, so I'm done with this piece. And then I'll do the other side, and then I'll go back under here and weld up this exhaust. Now before I get too carried away with setting this running board, I want to reset my body and my bed to exact level. So I went in here, and it's taken a minute to jack this truck back up, and I've leveled it from side to side. I've leveled it from front to rear, so my cab now is perfectly level. My bed is perfectly level now. Side to side is perfectly level, and that gives me a great plane to work with to do my running board. Now down here on my running board, I was going to move it up a little bit, but I didn't know where level was. So now that tells me what I need to do in the front as well in the back. And when I look in here at this level, it shows me that it is off a little bit, so the whole thing needs to come up a little bit. So it's taking me a minute to re-level everything, but when this truck is done, you want all those flat planes to be perfectly straight. If not, this thing might look a little sag in the middle or up in the middle or something like that. And I get all this foundation locked in place, then the rest of the stuff will go right on. And while I'm doing this, and I've got this so perfectly level, I'm going to go ahead and fabricate my rear bed mounts and get all that locked in place, lock all this in place, and then I'll be to my wheels and tires, and hopefully get my wheels in here soon, and then mock that up. Well, I've got to give a quick shout out to Bebop's Glasswork and Teresa out there at Bebop's. I asked her about helping out with this project and what they could do, and they made this 3-inch wider rear fender that fits perfectly on my wheel. It's an outstanding fender. You can see how nice the glass is on it already. I won't have to do nothing but scuff and prime and shoot this thing. So, but up front here, I want to show you something I usually do to help put these fenders on. Usually the end of this running board is cracked right at the very point of it, where the landings are, and they're very easy to move while that's broke loose. So you set this fender in place, And then you can go in there and move this landing that goes around the front right where you need it. Then move this side. This one's actually bent under a little bit, and I rolled it back to make it up really nice with this fender. And then weld it back. And then it's an exact fit. So after just doing a little bit of dollying, you can see how nice that fits. There's not a screw or bolt or anything in it. So yeah, thanks guys out there at Bebops, and thanks Teresa for such a nice part here. So let me get all this together and I'll show you what this looks like. After the little modification I did on my running boards where they were broke, I got it fit like a glove. It's just sitting up there on its own right now, and fits nice. So that's how she's looking. You can see I've got the rear end narrowed a little bit. You can see how big those back tires are and how great that extra 3 inches on the side of that fender. Now I started to widen the bed in the center, but it makes the fender look like a step side or something. This way they just come out and really looks good. So let's get back to work on our SEMA project, and we'll work on the front end a little bit today.